Yo, so something that's been coming to mind, um, seeing Asar Thompson in the starting lineup and the impending return to the starting lineup of Jaden Ivey and Tobias Harris. I think that it's time for us to really give this bench an opportunity to rock. And I mean absolutely rock. I want to see Sasser. I want to see Beasley. I want to see Holland. I want to see Fontecchio. I want to see Stewart. Yes, I'm leaving out Tim Hardaway Jr., the hero of last night's game, but that's what I want to see. And I want to dive into that in this video. But before I do, this video was brought to you by Bridges and Stones Family and Relationship Care. You know, the holidays can be tough for a lot of us, whether it's distance from family, relationship issues, social isolation, or just struggling to adapt to the weather of this season. Depression and loneliness can get to us all. This season doesn't have to be something to dread, though. It can also be your opportunity to learn coping skills and the steps you need to move into healthier relationships. Contact Bridges and Stones today for a free consultation with a professional coach to get the support you need. Don't struggle alone. The link is in the description box below. You know, something that I've been saying, I've been clamoring. Oh, God, I've been clamoring for more Marcus Sasser. I think he's an absolute bucket. I think aside from Cade Cunningham, he's probably got the deepest bag getting to the basket. He can get wherever he wants. He gets his shot off cleanly. He can score from all three layers. Actually, I call it four layers because you can shoot 4 or 5 feet behind the 3 point line and at the 3 point line and in the mid range. Shoot, it might be five because there's the mid range behind the free throw line, but before the 3 point line. Then there's the mid range that's in front of the free throw line before you get to the rim. So that little floater pull up area in that 10 to 12 foot range. He's got that too. He's got the full bag. And I've been waiting to see him really unleashed. He got about 20 minutes in last night's game, but he's still not unleashed. I want to see the Marcus Sasser from last season. I want to see the guy who says, hey, you know what? I know I can score, potentially drop 20 plus points in any game at any time, if not more. I mean, I've dropped 40 before in the summer league. I can get buckets. I know I can. I've been doing this my whole life. I want to see that mindset, Marcus Sasser. Yeah, I know he's working on, swinging the ball, getting guys involved in that second unit. Okay, that's dope. Hey, Malik Beasley, get him the ball. Ron Holland, get him the ball. Simone Fontecchio, get him the ball. If when you need to. You know what I mean? Like Isaiah Stewart, yeah, get him the ball when he's open. You don't have to force feed him. But I can't say between Holland and Beasley that Sasser can't get just as many buckets at all. Sasser's an absolute bucket. But here's the thing. What I'm really trying to do, really in this video, is point out that JB Bickerstaff has an opportunity to solidify a bench in a way where he can play Jaden Ivey and Asar Thompson around Cade Cunningham even more in that starting lineup. And the reason why is because I think a lower usage is really going to help him out. It's going to help him to conserve energy. It's going to allow him to be more focused on scoring and getting to the rim and getting to his shots rather than having to set up the entire team every single time down. And I think it's going to really allow us to see that chemistry because the chemistry in that starting lineup is the lineup that's going to be there when the game is on the line. Like Tobias Harris, Asar Thompson, Jaden Ivey, and Cade Cunningham. And you can mix in Duran or Stewart, whoever. That's going to be the group that closes. That group needs as many minutes as possible together. They need to get down their chemistry. I think something that we've been noticing is that Ivey and Cade don't really assist on a lot of each other's baskets. They set up other guys. They're going to get Duran the ball on the pick and rolls or lobs or dump offs. Asar Thompson cutting off the ball, getting out in transition. They're going to get the ball to Beasley and Fontecchio, the shooters, especially when the defenses load up on them. Okay, we get it. But in the crunch time, the synergy between this group needs to be automatic. It needs to be somewhere where they know where each other are going to be on the court, where they trust each other and they get the ball to each other. Because right now, I don't see that. Right now, what I end up seeing is a team that is a little disjointed. And I'm saying that in regards to a team that is vastly improved from last season. That's not necessarily saying much when you have the worst record in the league by far, but it's to say that when you have this team that is looking at a play-in, they're looking at a potential playoff run. right? As they continue to get healthier and gel even more and get more acclimated to their roles, we're going to start seeing them play at higher and higher levels. I think that this team could be an 8 seed. This team could be a 9 seed, right? In that play in, solidly in there. And I think that would be a huge jump, but I don't think it's beyond what the potential is for this roster. But if they're going to maximize this, and if I'm honest, this is going to be their next stage anyway, so why not take it as it comes? Begin to play Ivey and Cade more minutes together. I want to see them getting 25 to 30 minutes a game together. Yeah, you can stagger them a little bit, but this is the point about the bench, is that when you have Sasser and Beasley and Holland, you have three guys that I think you could begin to start giving larger roles to. Beasley, of course, he already has a huge chunk role already, right? If it wasn't for Ivey being there, he'd probably be starting, right? He's playing a great six man of the year type of a role. And at the same time, Marcus Sasser's just sitting there. He's sitting there. Now, I know you're thinking Marcus Sasser's like 6'1", 6'2" on a good day. Malik Beasley's like 6'3", 6'4" on a good day. That's a small backcourt, but this is your bench. This is your bench. The Boston Celtics, they bring Peyton Pritchard, barely 6 feet off the bench, and he cooks. He goes to work. TJ McConnell, right? Like you don't need massive size from your backcourt on the bench, especially when you got a guy like Ron Holland defending on the perimeter, right? Sasser's still a dog on defense. You still got Tech and you still got Stu. I know he's hurt right now. He's going to be out for a little bit. I think Paul Reed does an admirable job off the bench as long as they're not facing Milwaukee with this huge front line, right? The Pistons need to get as many minutes between Ivey and Cade as possible, because that chemistry is truly going to be what determines the outlook of this team. Is really going to be what determines this season. And they need to start getting 28 to 30 minutes a game together. We need to start seeing them figure each other out. We need to see them begin to gel. We need to see that they know how to lean on one another, depend on one another, cover each other's back, set each other up so that they can have that fine tune, because that's going to be the unit that brings us home. But as always, I want to know what you all think. Do you agree about the bench unit, starting lineup between Cade and Ivey? Highlight me in the comment section, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'm out. Peace.